Okay, so here is the garden today. Now, yeah, there's some chaos, but I live in chaos. It's a lot of sage. Yes, I have weeds growing in the compost, but I also have sunchokes, and I have horseradish and potatoes and dill. Lots of dill. But these are my goji berries. Now, goji berries are pretty cool. I can cut these branches off. I can root them really easy and have a ton more goji berries. In order to get enough goji berries to use, you do need a ton of the bushes. So I'm going to do that. This is my little fig tree. I'm excited. It's a Chicago fig. I thought I lost it this winter because I didn't get it wrapped. And we had a brutal winter, but it made it. I have rue growing next to it and garlic. And I had mullein pop up, so I'm going to transplant that. Yeah, I transplant mullein. It is one of my most favorite medicinal plants. I don't even care if I don't get anything else. Mullein's my favorite. Mullein and mint. Anyways, here's some rue. So rue is supposed to bring in the type of wasps that fertilize your figs when the figs put fruit on. So I planted the rue. Yeah. It's also medicinal. I'm not comfortable with using rue. It's just not my thing. But some people do. And it is kind of pretty. So here's some, parsley, because why not? I got peanuts right here. I don't know if I'm going to get anything, but I tried. And I got some peas that are going to need harvested, and that's all sweet potatoes. I may have lost my plum tree. I don't know. I'm trying to baby it. I think it died. We've got raspberries. They just haven't changed yet. So hopefully you can see that. I can't tell with the glare. Hopefully I'll have some berries. There's a little BC bun. Got a lot of bumblebees in the garden this year. It's kind of cool. My honeybees decided to swarm when I was in Reno. But I swear that they're still here because I keep seeing little honeybees. And mine were fairly small. It was a smaller breed than I usually get. They were like an Italian hybrid. And they were itsy bitsy. And I swear to God, these are the same bees. So I'm going to have to go look out in my back field and see if they built a hive somewhere. They might be in the neighbors. The neighbors have an empty hive just sitting there. So they probably moved in. You know, who knows? Whatever. As long as my garden gets pollinated, don't care. Well, I do care, but I don't care. Okay, so I've got some tomatoes are starting to turn. I'm probably going to have to harvest those today. I've got some calendulas and more maters. And my mouse melons. I don't know if there's any action yet. Oh, yeah. Starting to get the little mouse melons. Cool beans. Those are really cool. I like them. I don't do much with them other than eat them out here. But they're fun. They grow everywhere, though. They'll vine up everything. But those volunteered this year. I had them last year. These are my tomatillos. And I've got a lot of tomatillos going. And the cool thing is I have regular green tomatillos. I have purple tomatillos. And then I have these ones that are like a long yellow, and they're supposed to be kind of sweet. They're almost like a ground cherry. And I know there's seeds in here. I don't know which plant's what. I won't know until I get to harvest, but they're not very full yet, so I'm not even close to harvesting. I do know that I have a nice sized ground cherry growing in here somewhere. Right there. This one's a ground cherry. They're not ready yet, but he's got fruit on them. The cool thing about ground cherries, they just fall to the ground. That's when they're sweet, and they're used a lot of times for yellow raisins. My corn needs harvested. It's finally ready to go. Let's see, what else do I have? Well, I have a teddy bear sunflower. I didn't know what kind it was. I had sunflowers just popping up everywhere, and I didn't know. The wind kind of destroyed the branches, but the branches are still alive, so I'm not going to pull them off. They're still working. Got more tomatoes somewhere in here. More tomatoes. I got basil. My basil really did well once the tomatoes started taking off and getting large. Now, here's the cool one. I've got some Armenian cucumbers. They are long and skinny. They're pretty awesome. Last year they were really sweet. I don't know if they're the same breed or a different breed. Yeah, it's okay. We'll try them and see. Oh shoot, and I got more maters that I didn't see. This plant is itsy bitsy and it's completely loaded. I've got some weeds in there, whatever. Yeah, my garden isn't as clean and fancy and meticulous as I usually like it. Last year I was in a daze, so I had more time. I didn't really focus on my career. But now doing real estate, I try to get to the office 3 or 4 times a week. And with living way out here in Spring Creek, that's a lot of driving, a lot of time. And I don't have the time to put into my garden that I would like. Part of it could be time management. I mean, I'm one person. I'm 43 years old. I'm getting there. There's a lot of things I can do. There's a lot of things I can't. I don't have, I don't have the endurance I had as a 30-year-old. Okay, well, I wasn't that young when I started the garden. I was home all the time. I could come out here all day. I wasn't working. I wasn't answering the phone. I was dealing with my chickens, my dogs, and my garden. And then that was pretty much it. And I could do housework. Now I'm going a lot. I'm running, going different places. I'm trying to work. So my garden is fairly self-sufficient. It's just not as pretty and meticulous as it usually is. But that's not the point. The point is we're going to have a ton of food. And that's huge. When you have fresh produce all winter long, it's huge. So, yeah. Next year, I've got another plan of some different things we're going to do when we put in the corn. We messed up this year. We tilled, and we didn't pull all the roots out. I should have pulled all the roots out. I know better. That was me being lazy. I mean, it happens. I thought, it'll mulch. The corn is really strong, and it's a heavy feeder, and it'll kill the weeds. Weeds in Nevada, yeah, I think they're like our state tree or something. So anyways, next year, hopefully, I won't have to deal with it. Let's see. Well, here's my beans, and of course my amaranth. I want to harvest this year. I want to use the greens to make some kind of flour or use it as like a cereal. I'm really excited about the amaranth, so I'm hoping that I'm capable of harvesting it. It's still kind of a new one for me, so it's pretty and it's good for my plants, but I've never really used it. I just know it self-seeds everywhere, and I know it is edible, so it's a good thing. So there's my blueberries and calendulas and starflowers, and that's my apricot. The top of it was totally destroyed from the winter, and the deer got in here and they pretty much ate everything. Most of my fruit trees didn't get leaves all the way up. They had a lot of deer damage. But I did get blueberries this year. They're not doing great now, but I did have a bunch of blueberries. My cosmos have taken off everywhere because cosmos are weeds. Not really, but they grow like weeds. You plant them once, you never have to plant them again. Every single one of these is a volunteer. My calendulas, my starflowers, or borage, which is awesome. These leaves, they're furry and stuff, but they taste like the leaves of a borage. They're furry and pokey. They taste like cucumbers though, and they're completely edible. When they're really young, they're really good. So, okay, there's my mint. And I've got bee balm. And yeah, I'm letting my bee balm spread because it's pretty. These are my cosmos. That's my mama's daisies. I know they look like crap right now, but they were my mom's. They were only about maybe 2 feet tall in her yard, and they took off here. These are Kevin's hops. Yes, I'm growing hops because beer. Yeah, pretty much beer. And they're pretty, and they're good for your bees. They have they're really, they keep your bug population healthy. So, but that's my cheapy peach tree I got at Cal Ranch. I think I paid 15 bucks for it. It was a stick. And it decided to go psychotic this year. No fruit, but I think we'll get fruit next year. I've got a Smackers. She's my helper. She's a feral cat. Can you tell how feral she is? She decided she likes me, and that's it now. So my feral cat is now a house cat because I'm a sucker for animals. Kevin hates it, but he tolerates it because he loves me. Yeah. Okay. Ow, ow, ow. I gotta walk under this arch. That's always fun. But I always tend to walk into this the borage, and it pokes me. Yeah, but whatever. I'll deal with it. Sorry, spinning around here. Cucumbers. I think I harvested all these ones yesterday. I know I'll have more. Cilantro. I'm letting it go to seed because I can always use coriander. So, horseradish. When you plant horseradish once, it never goes away. I dug it all up. I went through all this dirt. I sifted the dirt. I put new dirt. I made it really pretty in this box. Lo and behold, horseradish came back up. I had to have missed a string of horseradish. So I'm going to try to harvest this all this year. With the horseradish, this was horseradish and sunchokes, and as you can see, I missed the sunchokes too. I let them go. I probably should have pulled them early, but I let them go. I don't know. Might have been a bad move. Plus is, I use the horseradish in my fire cider because I make jars and jars of fire cider for the winter. And then in the, and I like sunchokes personally. Jerusalem artichokes are one of my favorite snacks. So they grow somewhere, and they never go away. And it's always a guaranteed food source for your family. They're perennial, they're easy to grow. If anybody out there wants sunchokes, call me. You only need one tuber. One tuber. You can break it in half. It's kind of like comfrey. It will grow, it'll grow, it'll grow, and it'll grow, and it'll grow. Okay. So, holy smokes. My lemon cucumbers are getting huge. Yeah, I'm gonna have to harvest those. And there's more cucumbers in here. Been kind of waiting for Kevin, but yeah, we're gonna have a lot of lemon cucumbers. I have a feeling I'm making pickles this weekend. Lots and lots of pickles. Okay, yes, there's a beer can because I guess Kevin's trying to grow a beer tree. I don't know. Boys. Alright. It's my medicinal garden. I've got common mallow, which is amazing for coughs. I got bee balm, I got lavender, I've got astragalus, I've got sage, lemon balm, catmint, goldenrod, echinacea, lots and lots of echinacea. I don't know, hyssop. It's kind of gone a little crazy. I'll have to do something with it this year. I haven't harvested a whole bunch because I did it earlier and I have a lot of the herbs. I had yellow chamomile in here and it didn't do anything. So there's a peony in here. I need to probably dig this up and get the roots out again. Alright. This is my astragalus. Astragalus is a really cool adaptogen. I didn't know if it would grow. That was kind of my experimental, and it grew, and it comes back every year. So I'm just going to keep it here and keep it protected. This is marshmallow. I love it. If you feel the leaves, marshmallow leaves are so soft, and they're really good. They're a good mucigen. They're good in a tea during the winter. You can use the roots, and that's what the original marshmallow was. It would coat your throat and help you with a cough and a sore throat, things like that. I use it in my teas. I just think it's Dumb not to, because it grows everywhere and it grows easily. You don't need much water, which out here water is a commodity. Since some idiot thinks it's worth as much as gasoline, even though they can let it run crazy in town. I see it all the time and it drives me crazy. But I chose to live out here, so make do. Okay, here's my pumpkins. I have a lot, because, I don't know, my neighbor kids will come down and pick up their pumpkins. There's one back there, and he's huge. I don't know if you can see him. I'd say he's give or take 2 feet long. He's huge. I'm gonna have to have Kevin pick that one up when he's ready. And then I've got Cinderella pumpkins everywhere. Yes, my radishes went to seed because that's the only kind of good radish anymore. This is one of my favorite Cinderellas. If you want a pumpkin that's easy to grow, plant Cinderella pumpkins. It's funny because you go to the store and they're always the most expensive, but they're the easiest to grow. Oh, shoot. Looks like I have a casualty. I have a sunflower down. Darn it. So I'm going to have to try to get him out of here and save my garden. But I've got squash in here. These are candy roasters. And they are huge. And I have a ton of them. So that's a first for me. I'm going to figure out what to do with. And I've got in here, see if you can see, I've got crooknecks growing. You can kind of see them. There's a real big one down here. You can see bits and pieces of it. And I've also got butternut in here somewhere. Oh, that one's not good, but that one's good. The honey nut. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. They're all over. They're vined all over. It's my chaos. I can't believe that fell over. That was a big sunflower. Like a 9 foot tall. Nice little Titan. This wind this year has been pretty brutal. But I honestly don't care. I just plant them because I plant sunflowers because hornets like them. And I don't like hornets. And it keeps the hornets out of my garden. And on the sunflower. They get stoned on the aphids honeydew. This one right here. Okay, I'm like 5'2", so right here is about 5'2", and this thing is probably hitting 10 feet now. 9 to 10 feet easily. Hopefully, look at the stalk on that. Hopefully this one we don't lose. He still hasn't bloomed. He's got a little flower on top. These are Titan sunflowers. Titan sunflowers, or mammoth sunflowers, are so rad. They just get big. I kind of love it. Oh, there's another candy roaster squash sneaking in. And I've got watermelons, and I've got some kind of melon. I don't remember. I usually make my map, and this year I didn't map everything. I just got the seeds got out here and planted. So I'll be just as surprised as you are when stuff starts popping out. I knew about my watermelon. That was about it. Oh, there's Milo. She's going to come help. Hi, Meatloaf. Peppers. So many peppers. So many peppers. So many peppers. I love it. That's the fun part. I need more peppers though next year. I didn't get any green chilies. I planted my plants out too soon. That was my bad. I know better. But it still got cold. And I didn't start them. You got to start peppers in February. And I waited till almost the end of March. So they were too small to come out. Peppers and tomatoes, if you're going to start them from seeds. Alquaria, mid-February at the latest. So, yeah, next year I'll have more. I'm already planning that out. This is my zucchinis. Oh, crud. I missed one. Yeah, I missed a zucchini. This is what happens when you don't see your zucchinis. Okay, he's not as big as I thought. Phew. But when you miss a zucchini and you don't harvest it on time, they get big. And that one's decent sized. I could probably harvest him. Which I will as soon as I get my phone down. I have zucchinis back here too. There's a couple. Some of these didn't do as good as I thought. I really gotta get these weeds down. They decided to take over. But, alright. Well, oh, one more thing. Since I'm making this long video of the garden. Those are elderberries, lamb's ear. I do have ashwagandha, that little pathetic looking green plant at the top behind the foxtails, which I hate. I hate foxtails. I try to pick them out as soon as I can. Anyways, that's ashwagandha. I was excited about that. That's an elderberry. This is my pineapple sage. If you haven't grown pineapple sage, it makes an awesome tea. I absolutely love it. Got bee balm growing everywhere. And these are my fava beans. They're just the coolest looking plant. I don't really ever eat the beans. They're cool looking though. Like, I don't know. The flowers are really pretty. I didn't catch the flowers. They get black and white and they're really pretty. But I like planting those because I can. Yeah, pretty much. If you know me, if there's something fun I can do and I can do it, I will do it. It's pretty easy. Okay, there's somebody else's honeybees. Mine are gone, but I got honeybees. And that's okay. Like I said, as long as they decide to harvest my or to pollinate my garden, they are more than welcome. Next year, I might try 2 hives. I don't know. I put tansy this year, and I've got mint behind it. I'm trying to keep the ants away. The mint, the ants, I think, chased them off this year. Mint keeps a lot of the ants away. Okay, well, that is my garden tour. We will start some major harvesting here really soon. Marigolds. If anyone ever needs marigold seeds, let me know, or calendulas. I haven't harvested the seeds yet this year. I probably should start, but they're going to be everywhere. Okay, these are the bees. They're so cool. Look how little they are. They are so cool. Yeah, beehives are addicting too. You get a beehive, you just sit there and watch the bees, and watch the bees, and watch the bees. It's so much fun. Yep. Don't ask. Okay, well, that's the life in the day of Chantry and my huge garden. And I got a lot of weeds to get out. Funny thing is, that's something I really enjoy, but I haven't had time to do it. But I gotta go get rid of that sunflower, and I gotta go bury my chicken. So everybody have a great day. Have a good, enjoy the Labor Day weekend. Be safe. Make good choices. Oh, I'm such a mom. And have fun in your gardens.